Hi, my name is Peter Bang with photographytipscorner.com. Today we're going to talk about a feature that's in the iPhone camera. But we're not going to talk about everything that has to do with the iPhone camera, but there's this one feature that I love, and it's called the exposure compensation slider. Well, actually, I don't even know if it's called the exposure compensation slider, but that's what it does. When you tap on the camera screen to focus, you see the yellow square. Right next to it, there's a sun icon there that you can slide up and down to control the exposure, and that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to rewind just a little bit. This applies to every camera, whether it's a point and shoot or iPhone camera or a DSLR camera in automatic mode. When you focus on a subject, what the camera is doing at the same time is actually trying to figure out what the exposure of the scene should be. That's called metering. It's trying to figure out finding the brightest spot of the scene and the darkest spot of the scene, and sort of giving you an average of what it believes to be the right exposure. Well, that works pretty well most of the time, but there are times when you want to manually control it because it doesn't always give you the best exposure that you may want. For example, you may have come across a time when you take a picture with your iPhone camera and the people's faces come out dark, or sometimes they look like a silhouette when you don't actually want them to look like a silhouette. That usually happens when the background is brighter than the subject, whether the sun might be behind them, or there might be a lamp that's behind them, or it might be a bright window light that might be behind them. Well, with the technology improving, a lot of cameras have face detection, including the iPhone camera. And face detection may pick that up. It may expose for that face and brighten up the photo a little bit for you. But there are times when it doesn't actually detect it, and you might have to manually control that. So that's when you would use this feature. Just tap on the people that are dark and then slide up the sun icon to make them brighter. Or you may come across a time outside in the bright sun, or sometimes any light source that's bright. Say you're in a concert or at a recital with bright spotlights, or you may be by a window, or you may be by a lamp. Sometimes the camera does not give you the exact exposure that you may want. Just the other day, as an example, my son was by the window light and I was taking pictures of him with my iPhone, and the automatic exposure was a little bit too bright. So all I did was tap on his face to focus and use a sun icon, and I slid it down just a little bit. Just to correct the exposure to my liking. So I know a lot of people like taking pictures of sunset with their iPhone camera. So from my experience, I noticed sometimes when I just point and shoot it, the exposure is a little bit too bright. So I will tap on the brightest spot of the sky and slide down the sun icon just a little bit, just to darken it. I hope this little iPhone camera tip helps you, and I hope it encourages you to have a little bit more creative control over your mobile photography or iPhone photography. Be sure to check out photographytipscorner.com. I should have a written article there on the same topic also. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave comments there on the blog or here on YouTube, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. If you're on Instagram, I'm at Peter Bang. Thanks for watching once again, and I hope to talk to you later. Bye-bye. Don't call me back, I'm recording something, so I'll see you when you get here. Alright. This applies to every camera that you use, whether it's a point and shoot or a DSLR camera.